Hello, my name is Brooks Lamp. I'm an assistant professor of English and the writing program director at George Fox University. The purpose of this video is to explain the structure of the timed writing assessment and provide strategies to help you prepare for it. This video is specifically for students taking the Writing Studio in 2017 and reflects changes that were made in October. Originally, we planned to offer the timed writing assessment on a rolling basis through the month of November. However, we realized the logistics of proctoring a test for hundreds of students in this way was not viable. So now, instead of a 3-hour assessment, we've redesigned the assessment to be 50 minutes in length, and we've scheduled the assessment to be proctored during your regular scheduled Writing Studio class hour during the last week of scheduled classes, December 4th through 8th. Students taking the assessment should attend the Writing Studio hour listed on their official course schedules that week. You may confirm your scheduled time and location on the document linked below this video. The timed writing assessment is the second of 2 writing milestone requirements. The first is the writing portfolio. If you have earned a meets proficiency or mastery score on your writing portfolio, you are eligible to take the assessment and should do so this semester. The timed writing assessment adds validity to the milestone as a proficiency measure and provides additional evidence of your ability to write in standard written English, form a coherent argument, synthesize sources with your own ideas, and cite. If you have earned a meets proficiency score or higher on a portfolio but cannot pass the timed writing assessment this semester, you do not need to take the writing course Writing 111. However, some courses carry or may soon carry the writing milestone as a prerequisite. To take these courses, you will need to have passed both parts of the milestone. And completing the milestone is part of the general education requirements and so is necessary for graduation. Students who cannot yet pass the timed writing assessment can attempt the assessment again next semester. More information about reattempting the assessment will be provided to those students. Now let's take a look at what the assessment will ask you to do and work through the instructions together. Here's an example of a claim statement you might be presented. Buying locally grown food has a greater positive impact on the environment than buying locally grown food. Agree or disagree with this proposition. You'll recognize this type of assignment from Essay 2 in LIBA, where you agreed or disagreed with a quote about the liberal arts. The following instructions will appear below the claim. Write a short, coherent essay of about 250 to 300 words, or 1 double-spaced page, in which you synthesize the 2 sources provided. Synthesis refers to combining sources and your position to form a cohesive supported argument. You must develop a position and incorporate both sources. You must cite the sources whether you are paraphrasing or quoting. Refer to each source by the author's last name, the title, or by any other means that adequately identifies it. Format a references or works cited page according to a common citation system, MLA, APA, or Chicago. Then you will find the 2 source links that will take you to the website articles, followed by a few more instructions for formatting the assessment. Now let's briefly walk through the stages of taking the assessment and strategies for writing the essay. First, I would read both of the sources. Consider the evidence they present in order to help you develop your position. After reading each article, I would recommend writing 1 sentence summarizing the article's most important claim. If you look away from the article page as you write the summary sentence, it will be in your own words and will sound natural. Next, I would take 2 to 3 minutes to sketch out a 3-sentence version of what you want to write. The first sentence would clearly state your position, such as, buying organically has a greater overall benefit to the environment because, followed by your main reason. After this first thesis statement-like sentence, write 2 additional sentences that explain and support your reasoning. You may be able to use this 3-sentence sketch as the opening section of your essay. Then, draft your essay. I recommend organizing it into 4 short chunks. The opening sketch, the presentation of one of the sources, the presentation and summary of the argument of the second source, and the evaluation and synthesis of the sources with your own position. Given the compressed nature of this essay, each of these chunks will only be a few sentences long. Here are 3 things to keep in mind as you draft your essay. First, don't spend too much time on the background or history of the topic. It is more important to take a position and develop your reasoning. Next, use signal phrases when presenting the sources. For example, introduce a source with the phrase "according to," followed by your summary of the article or the quote. It is very common in academic writing to use signal phrases like this because it creates a clear distinction between the source's ideas and your own. If you are not confident with how to integrate sources through quoting, paraphrasing, and summary, or how to use signal phrases, I recommend reviewing the 4 C's online tutorial linked below this video. The third tip is to write naturally and clearly. There are no bonus points for style on this assessment. Instead, you want to focus on making clear claims, distinctions, and showing your reasoning process. Finally, I want to just overview what you need to bring to the assessment and how to set up before the assessment begins. All you need to bring to the assessment is a laptop or maybe a tablet with a keyboard. You will also need a Wi-Fi connection and will want to have enough battery charge to last 50 minutes. Additional items like pen and paper are permitted. Last but not least, there is a practice assessment available in the Writing Studio Foxtail site. This practice assessment is completely optional and is not scored, although your writing instructor or maybe an ARC consultant could help review it with you and make suggestions. I hope this tutorial has been helpful. Please contact me or your writing instructor if you have questions about the assessment. God bless.